Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Cup Chasers podcast. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. We'll move to the other side of Manchester. Well, at least the red side of Manchester traveled down to North London for the Hate Fest. Is what I call it. But I was actually satisfied with the way this game ended, just because, and I'm starting to realize from watching that game that I think I might hate United more than Spurs.
Finally!
Here's the thing.
Finally!
Here's the thing. Spurs, in my mind, have never. They're the same thing United is to you, Lewis. They're like the little brother who never really do anything.
They're just annoying.
They're annoying, right? And that's the way United are towards City at the moment. And obviously, what hasn't always been like that.
For the moment, yes.
But oh God, man, some of the things that I've seen from United fans just make me hate that team so much. I hate Bruno Fernandes. I hate what he does to.
How did he not catch a card for arguing with the ref?
He should have had.
It's a disgraceful way he plays the game, and I'm so happy that he's the captain. I'm so happy that he is just infecting that squad with just disgusting play. I'm not gonna say that he doesn't put up numbers and he doesn't get
a good player,
and he doesn't get the pass and get the assists and score penalties. But he's not worth it. It's not worth it. What he gives is not even close to what he takes away from the team with his antics. And being the captain, I'm so pumped about it. I'm so excited. I hope that stays all season long.
I have a quick point about United that I feel like I'm a benefit of the doubt guy. And so I watched Ten Hag and I'm like, you know what? He just might have had a difficult time figuring things out, yada yada yada. I'm like, he's a good manager or whatever, or at least I think, right? But the more I watch him, I don't know if he's a good manager, man. And the reason is, and it goes a little bit to your the point you just made. First of all, you because the manager has a say on it, you let Bruno be the captain. And I feel like that was a poor move there. Because we already saw what his personality, tactics, and behavior was. I mean, if we're going to pick someone on a manager's side, even though, we wouldn't say Rashford is the greatest guy. And you got Eriksen. You got Rashford and Eriksen, two great alternatives who could have been the captain.
Why is Casemiro not the captain?
Varane. Why is Rafael Varane not the captain of the squad?
If you're worried about longevity, you could also do Luke Shaw.
You see how we've literally picked 6 people?
Absolutely.
Varane's my first pick for that.
6 people.
Casemiro gets too many reps.
Captain.
Trying to choke too many people.
United.
Yo, United fans think Luke Shaw's the best left back on the planet.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would he not get the armband?
He did save an incredible goal, though.
You talking about Earth?
Luke yeah.
Okay. Earth.
Just like United fans think Casemiro is the greatest CDM in the world, and Rashford's the greatest forward that's ever lived on planet Earth. The
only one I would give, Rashford, not the greatest, but he's a good player. I would take him.
He's not a forward though. He's not a.
No, he's not. But I would take him. If there's anyone in the team, I'd take him in a heartbeat.
Well, that's my point about Ten Hag.
But that was my point. Is that I'm like, but then he's so bullish about stuff. It's weird because I'm like, where is this arrogance coming from? Like I'm just, there's a degree where you kind of get it.
They did this last season,
but nothing. There's nothing, and I know the Carling Cup or whatever the beer cup, whatever the name of that cup is.
It was the League Cup.
It's the Carabao these days.
There you go. I knew it was somebody's drink. So the drink cup is
the energy drink cup.
Yes, the caffeine cup is the one that you have to look at and say, okay, is that the thing that blew his head up? Because I'm just confused because I watched them play tactically. They don't look like they look disjointed. And there have been several pundits. Normally I don't let the pundits get in my head, but they criticized it. And then when they called it to him, he really fought against it. And I'm like, this guy might be sort of an egomaniac where he can't see, which is why he's okay with Bruno being there, which means that United is about to be awful because there's no way. And the thing is, I think I said to you guys in chat before the game, I saw the lineup, and I'm like, man, Spurs is going to beat them. And Spurs looked terrible before. I'm like, they're going to beat them. They just.
Roy Keane said it. Roy Keane said it, that United are the new Spurs. And if you look back at the way Spurs played last season, what are United doing right now? How long last season were we like, okay, Ten Hag's he's not really gonna play counterattack as the number one strategy. And then the next game, he's not really that's not really gonna be United, is it? That's Ten Hag, man. I've gotten used to it.
But then they brought in a keeper. All he did was bring in a bunch of.
But it kind of worked for him. They hit
the keeper. He just yells at people. I'm like, what is? He didn't do that. But what is going on? What is this personality these guys get when they get to United? Like, it was mind blowing. I don't know.
Well, they have quality. They have individual quality to make counterattacking work against teams that don't have good one-on-one defenders. One-on-one individual quality. But when Rashford doesn't show up, when Rashford has an off day.
Yep.
Well, I mean,
let's face it.
You think he's the only reason for the resurgence last season?
Of course. He came off of that World Cup and was on fire.
Yeah. Rashford is the reason they finished third last season. Without Rashford, they're sixth place.
Yeah.
And Sancho has been awful in both these games. Anthony has been awful in both of these games.
Dodged a bullet there. He might be getting arrested.
Oh God, yeah. Like, what are y'all doing? Fair play to United for not letting Mason Greenwood come back.
They had to do a U-turn on that one.
That's fair play.
I mean, it would have been literally the team of miscreants, man. Like, I just don't get it, man.
But they were originally going to bring him back until the fans started. Like, there was an uproar by the fans.
Yeah.
Like, they had the announcement and everything set to bring him back.
Well, there should be. But
what I was going to say was, we talk about Ten Hag as a manager. I think you just go back and look at how he played Weghorst last year. I mean, there was no rhyme or reason for where he was being played. Yeah. And at times when he was played there, I mean, they couldn't do anything. It was the Rashford's going to hit a counter or Rashford's going to hit, somebody's going to turn it over in the midfield and Rashford's just going to run on it and shoot it. I mean, that was literally their offense last year.
That's what their offense is this year.
Exactly.
That's what it is. That's what Ten Hag is. And as much as I hate to say it, if we look at the other side of the ball, Yves Bissouma.
He's good, man.
Fantastic. Yves Bissouma's looking real good.
He's
James
legit.
Maddison actually had himself a good game. Hate to say it. I really do. You know how much you know my James Maddison agenda. United made him look good. And I think that we've said it plenty of times. The guy at the helm is so important. And Tottenham have done a 180 stylistically. Yeah. And I told Lauren, and she gasped when I said this, but Tottenham games are going to be fun to watch.
They are.
Because they're going to be open, they're going to attack, and teams are going to be, the Liverpool-Tottenham game is going to be a fun game to watch. Because it might be a 4-4.
Because Liverpool cannot defend at all.
No one's defending in that game. Tottenham can't defend either.
No, they can't.
So it's going to be an open game, and it should be a fun one. Hopefully Liverpool will smash them. But, I just think that the reason I said I think Roy Keane's nailed it is because United have become a negative approach. They approached the game negatively. Tottenham flipped it, where last season they tried to give 2 goals so they could come back and make a more dramatic victory. That was their strategy all year. And so they flipped that, and they're actually trying to win games.
Because they don't have Harry Kane to save them now.
You hate to see Spurs trying to win
Yeah.
games. You really do. But, if you come to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and you sit back like that and hope to counter, and the one guy that can score goals in your team doesn't do it, I mean, that's the problem. If it's Rashford has to score 38 goals or they finish 7th, they're gonna
He
finish.
ain't doing that. I mean, he's a good winger, but he's not a 38 goal scorer.
They absolutely desperately need Højlund to find fitness quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know
But
anything
he
about
is
this.
incredible.
I don't know anything about the guy, but I know that they need him. Something awful.
Holland Light.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that. Just get out of here with that.
That's why they bought him, man.
His
That's why
name's
they bought him.
Holland, and we can get Højlund. They gotta be cousins.
Yep.
Well, the funny thing about that, just thinking about that and looking at what
He's
Holland,
Norwegian too.
like how Holland is struggling, right? Well, what happens when teams mark him out the game?
Holland isn't struggling. But
I'm saying for the great value Holland. I mean, what are they going to do, right? They're going to have to do something.
Great
and when
value.
they mark him out the game, now what?
Yeah.
Great.
What was great value wrong? Did I?
No, that's
Well,
the
I'm just saying,
Walmart brand Holland.
What's the Target brand? I don't know Target. Let's give him Target since it's red.
Oh, I don't know the Target brand.
Does Target have a brand?
The true value is Ingles. But yeah, I think that Ten Hag has proven that he's got nothing else.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous because they spent $1 billion.
Hey, we put a plant there too, so it's fine. We got plants everywhere.
But
that looks terrible for him.
It's gonna be 007 here soon, baby.
I mean, that's another example of a player coming into a new team where you knew what you bought. Just like Havertz. You know what you've bought. And so
as an aside, City bought Kova, and he's been fine. Just so you know,
Been fine.
He's been fine.
He's been just fine. Absolutely has. Yeah.
He looked good the other day.
Yeah.
Him
But
and Rodri are really creating a partnership. They'll be.
I think Kova will be just fine for sure.
But Kova's never changed his game either. Like you know what you've got.
He won't have to. He won't have to. He'll fit right in. But you got to give credit to Ange Postecoglou here.
Yeah.
And I think, unfortunately, Tottenham are going to look pretty good moving forward. So that is the roundup. I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up right there on the weekend review. It was definitely a good one, and we are looking forward to plenty of games coming up in the future. If you're as excited about it as we are, go ahead and smash up the likes, subscribe to the channel, and get that notification bell on. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening, and have a great night.